Hello you. I am Hobakordia. Try pronouncing that. And this here is the second design stream for the first project, codename Corruption. Basically, the prototype is now finished. I took this day to add in a few extra things, namely animations. So it was a 4-day prototype this time. Unfortunately, in the design first design stream, I looked at some jams and I was inspired by their rules, but they were all gone. They were not going anymore. Even the one that the minimalistic jam I really digged. It had 4 days left in judging, not left in the jam. So I can't, unfortunately, put the prototype on display in any jam, but that's fine. Anyways, might as well take a look at the prototype. I did change it today. Like I said, animations, but I also changed the controls and tweaked a few things. Let's have a look-see. Everything, well, in this case, graphics quality isn't really gonna help. Not gonna help you. Alright, so time to explain a few things. Usually in a jam, I would of course strive to make a very small yet complete package where you would have a tutorial and, well, better graphics and the whole thing. Well, this isn't it. This isn't that. Because, well, once I realized the jam is gone, I just thought, well, let's just make a ordinary prototype, basically. And an ordinary prototype does not have a tutorial. Right, what's going on? What are these things? What the actual? Well, these are the nodes. If you watch the first design stream, you know what these are. They are like, visually they're gonna be like hovering platforms, kind of. Platforms hovering in mid-air, something like that. And then there's this magenta or purple number, percentage. That's the amount of corruption. And for some reason I keep saying it like that. The amount of corruption on each node. So if I unpause with space, the corruption starts rising up. I haven't yet decided how I'm going to represent the corruption, because having just a big number like this, it's fine for the prototype, it's not so fine for a finished product, I think. But I've had this idea of having like these some sort of dark or magenta, I'm not so sure, some sort of spirits or something, nasty looking things circling the node, so you can kind of see from there how many there are or what the percentage is. So there could be 10 of them max, and that's 100%. But anyways, there's a twist, of course. So it doesn't just rise up little by little every single second, so it increases, but also there's a die roll, and based on this percentage chance, this node might overflow. And if it overflows, it adds 50%. Or 50%. Oh, I should have looked it up. It doesn't increase the amount by 50%. It adds in 50 percentage units. You get the point. So this would go to 50.3. Which pretty much means that in the next 2 to 4 seconds, it's pretty much guaranteed to go to 100. Because now there's a 50% chance for it to overflow again. So this can escalate really quickly. But what do you do? Well, you could just escape. let's press escape. You escaped, you collected 0 of these things. And also in this case, you would have left your friends behind, which isn't that great. So basically, this pixie here, or fairy, whatever, she can use the portal on the middle node. So if I move her away, you can't escape no more. But of course, only the people next to the portal on the middle node, only they're gonna escape. But you want to collect those yellow things. They are civilians, in air quotes. And you escape them from these 2 nodes with the white number below it. So this is how it works. Oh, I should probably... whatever. Let's just see what happens. Look, there was a quick overflow right there. That's pretty bad. But anyways, you can see this percentage starts from 0, it goes to 100, so basically this pixie is now unlocking this node and freeing the civilians. So once it reaches 100, something happens. But, as you can see, this corrupted node here, yes, I'll keep that up apparently, needs some attention. So we could use one of our combat units. There's a orange man, who is really a shapeshifter. There is a blue fox, which, yeah, it's a fox, not a dog. Don't call him a dog. And then there's this silver mage. So I could... Let's see who should go there. Let's go with the fox. I do like his animations. So there he goes. Very basic 2-frame animations. Oh, bloody... Okay, now things are starting to get out of hand. And she just slides around. There we go. Beautiful attack animation. So the fox is a melee fighter. He can only attack in the node that he's in, but he's very effective at that. So he can totally keep it down. Even if multiple corrupted nodes are flowing into the same node. Then the mage is mostly a ranged fighter. She can attack both of these nodes. In fact, she can attack all of these 4 nodes here. But of course, there's nothing to fight on these 2. So she attacks the one with the most corruption. I think she's a bit underpowered at the moment, but that's just numbers. So basically next she's going to attack this one, let's see. Yeah, there we go. It goes from 7 to 5 and then so on. Right, well, this happened first, I guess. So now the CVs got unlocked, but at the same time it overflowed. So basically these CVs are all gonna go, except for that guy. He was lucky. Anyways, let's fly away. Yeah, so 2 CVs got out, so I got 2 points. Not the best outcome, really. Well, I'm gonna... let's not do that. So basically, that's what you do, and then there's this last dude. Well, I guess I should move him to show his beautiful animation. There he goes. So, yeah, he should go back, by the way. He's a shapeshifter, so he's gonna turn into a wall. It's very gnarly looking. I'll have to think of something prettier. But you get the point. He's also a melee fighter with a difference. So as you can see, he's not very effective. He's not reducing the amount of corruption, really. He's slowing it down. The difference is that he absorbs the corruption, which means it cannot overflow. This node cannot overflow, which is very useful if there's a lot of civvies there. Anyways, the pixie is useless, so you can only open the portal. There we go, now we just wait and hope that, well, that happened. That's not so cool. Of course, you really don't want the middle node to overflow. That would be bad. And then that's about it. I didn't have time to try to design a more exciting level. There we go. And it overflowed right away. And at that point you escape with all your friends intact. And 52 out of 150 cities. Not the best outcome. But yeah, that's the prototype, and I really like the design right now. It came together really well. And I do have some additional ideas, of course, and what happens between levels and such. But it's totally, like, it's not trivial. And I do like the random aspect of these nodes overflowing, because that kind of feels right for a corruption. It's surprising, and you need to keep changing your tactics. You can have a strategy too, I guess, but I would call this real-time tactics at best. So you need to keep changing your tactic depending on which node overflows first and how many people you have left. You see, they can take a hit. Let's try that. Well, I mean, in the prototype it's not very exciting. But I can, for instance, move everybody back in the middle. Well, let's just try to do this. Of course, if in this prototype, I forgot the pixie. Well, she flies, so she can't be corrupted. She flies over the node. So yeah, in this version she can die, which means you're pretty much screwed. Well, you are screwed. There you can see the mage is fighting ranged. These guys doing nothing. It's taking its sweet time. 7% chance to overflow. Come on. Come on. Oh yeah, and last feature there, it's auto pause. When a node that's occupied overflows, you get an auto pause. Which is nice, so that you don't miss these things. It would be very annoying to have to keep tabs on every single node all the time. There we go. So it got totally corrupted, and the pixie died on it, although that should not have happened. But the idea is that if one of these people get corrupted, rather than dying like they do here, they would just they would get corrupted themselves. Like their arm or leg or something might get corrupted. And then they are less effective. And of course for this round, they kind of take a hit and then they limp back to the middle and they are out for this round. So that's bad on its own. But then when you do, oh yeah, these guys are totally toast. Except of course it can't overflow, so this is going to take ages. Might as well talk, eh? So, what was I on? Yes, corruption. So when you do jump, use the portal and jump to the next level, that corruption is permanent. So now they are less effective, and it's also going to affect what they say and maybe some other things down the line. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for this. I'm not gonna wait. It's a waste of time. There we go. Do try it out if it interests you at all. What else do I have planned? Well, we might as well look at the schedule then. That's kind of the point of this second design stream. You look at the schedule and kind of plot down the ideas that I have on the schedule and see if they are doable or not. So here's the plan from the intro video. Basically, we are here. So this is 3 days, this is 2 days, but now we've already taken 4 days. So Tomorrow I will be designing and scheduling some more. But I guess I might as well start with this stream. And then there's the rest of the month is alpha, and then the second month starts with beta and finishes with 1 week of this stuff, of polish, bug fixing, and getting the release done. And whatever, sending some review builds and stuff like that. But this is not a very useful picture, really. So let's go to the schedule instead. So I just made this like 20 minutes before the stream started. Yeah, I kind of forgot, but it's very basic. So here we are, start of the year. That was the first design stream. Now we are here, second design stream. Prototype ends here. So I guess this should be design instead of alpha, but whatever. So tomorrow some design. Then the alpha happens. So I've set 3.5 weeks for it. Let's see. No, I'm gonna tweak this later. But notes is on number 8. Let's just remember that. So here we start alpha. So what is the alpha for? Well, in this project it does change a bit based on each project. Because for this project I've kind of designed so that there would be a campaign and it would have... What happened there? What happened there? I don't need help. Thank you very much. So 2 parts. So the campaign would have 2 separate parts. But of course, I'm gonna concentrate on the first part. So that's kind of what I thought. So I would start the first part of the campaign. Campaign levels. Part 1. That's kind of a running thing for the alpha. So what else? I guess I could also start on the level graphics. Because when it comes to the code, it's pretty much there already. So I don't intend to add that much more than the prototype has when it comes to mechanics, when it comes to interactivity. So I would really like to concentrate on the graphics and the campaign and the dialogue. So initial dialogue here. So pretty much writing a a rough draft. I already wrote a quick thing somewhere around here, but it's not very good. Just plotting out the campaign, basically. And then because the thing is, I'm kind of dreading. Let's look at the beta then. So here's the beta. There's the alpha ending stream. So it could be one of these days, I don't know yet. So there's beta and release. So beta, only 3 weeks. Slightly less than the alpha. Currently, that is. And then here is the last week for release and such. But of course, I do have 2 extra months to distribute for each project and, well, to take time off and so on. So I could add, if I get here and I know that I can't get things done in 1 week, I can then add another beta week here and push the release later. That's fine. I can do that. I can pretty much do that for every project, and I still have time left. But we'll see. Of course, I'll try to use this as my yardstick. But the thing that I'm dreading is what I'm going to do here in the beta. So this is going to be more art stuff, even more graphics, well, graphical art. I'm not a big fan of saying art and meaning graphics. Graphics means graphics. So visuals, graphics. It's the character portraits. Character portraits. Because I do want to have talking heads, as they say. So these people are going to have a bit of back and forth and stuff like that. I would like them to look better, so that the characters in the level, quite frankly, they can look something like they look in the prototype. They can be very simple. That's completely fine. I mean, the shapeshifter, for instance, is very rough right now, so not that bad, but something like that. But this is something I would like to put some time on, and then maybe here, like, let's say more level graphics. Because there's going to be, like, I would like to have like 20 levels. And I would like them to look distinct. So, maybe some, oh, that's why it keeps doing it, I see. So maybe some hero assets. Oh, in that case, that's kind of a bad term. So, but it basically means these unique assets. Let's use that. Unique level assets. So a hero prop, I think. It's a unique asset that's used once in one level in one place. Because the moment you reuse it, you're cheapening it, basically. But these are very, these are very expensive. When it comes to time and only having this amount of time. So anyways, I guess I'll start levels. I'll try to make as many as I can and as many ideas I can. Then I can look at the graphics there, maybe initial dialogue. This is more of a design thing. Whatever. I have it in my design document, it can go away. So then here I might create the dialogue system. I already have a thing. Reuse old one. So yeah, I have a pretty complicated system, but that's why. Also, it's not reuse. Well, that's a bit of a Linux joke there. So yeah, I can reuse that one. I need to set it up and make sure that it works. I used it in the current version of Alchemy and Appraisal. It's a very nice system. I really enjoy it. I enjoyed making it. I enjoy using it. Anyways, I might write something on that once I get here. Right, so that is campaign levels, graphics, dialogue system. Well, I mean, this is the end of the alpha. The alpha is feature complete. At this point, campaign part 1 should be finished by the end of the week, and then there should be menus, simple menus, so that you can start it, save it. Oh, saving. Yeah, I do want that. I do want that. Where could I put save system? Well, I guess I should do this instead. So here on this week, I can have two things. Maybe not running in parallel, but kind of. Because programming and graphics, there's such different things that I can just, they're not gonna bother each other that much. So I can start the day with graphics and then programming the evening or something like that. Okay, so here I can start hacking at the dialog system. Okay, not hacking, no. I'm gonna do the right thing. And then at the same time, once again, kind of write the initial dialog. Then campaign should be finished, menus. This is feature complete, and of course there's going to be the release or the alpha build for any patrons, if I have any patrons at that point. Currently 0, so who knows. Well, might as well write it down. Everybody else just gets a devlog update in the stream, of course. I will be showcasing the project on the stream, and that's why it might be Saturday instead of Friday. But I don't know. This week, do I have anything booked for this weekend? Currently, nothing, but who knows. Okay, then beta, character portraits. Yes, this is the tough thing. And this is why I start with this one. Because if I can hammer out, it's not a lot of days. So I already have 4 characters. And my initial idea for the campaign and for the story, I have typoed that. Thanks, LibreOffice. Dialogue, yes, it's not a typo. So anyway, so I have 5 characters now. I dropped 1 because of this issue. I don't want to add a character that's kind of not so useful. It's kind of just a story character because I don't want to draw another portrait. So that's 5 days. If it's 1 day per character, then I could maybe add. Oh yeah, because I do have a 5th character. That's the civilians. So there we go. So I might as well write down these things. So there's the shapeshifter, the fox, the mage, and the CV. But here's the thing for the second part. Oh, I also need the witch. Yeah, that's the character. Oh, I forgot to add them. Yeah. Do I want them? Do I want that character? I would really like to just drop as many characters as possible. But anyways, let's add it there. And then here, because I have a few more for the second part of the campaign. So that might happen. But here's the problem: if I do have 2 parts, then I do need more levels. When am I gonna make those levels? Well, you know what, let's do this. Let's do this. Then feed. So if I can just easily make kind of good looking portraits, then I can start making the levels. Then I know I can make the second part of the campaign. On the other hand, if I just struggle with these, then screw that. It's not gonna happen. No, it's probably not gonna happen at that point. Yeah. Or then I'll just rewrite things. Oh man, the idea is so good. I really like the idea I have. What happens in the campaign? Or in the story, really. The same thing. I keep saying campaign. It might give people the wrong idea. Okay, but here we have some more level graphics, which would be nice. So which are, why did I put this here? That's better. And then here we have exactly what, maybe bug fix first. Bug fix. Polish. Let's say last 2 days, mostly for release. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's one more thing. One more thing. Options. Settings. I have some. Oh, I keep typoing these. So yeah, this I have some ideas for this. Inspired by some indie titles I've played, where you can turn off and turn on, and maybe make things a bit challenging by doing that before you start the campaign. And I also have a save system idea. Well, I mean, Papers, Please already did it, which... Let's write it here. Type or inspired save system. Well, this is most certainly a nice to have thing. So in Papers, Please, once you've finished your playthrough, it shows you all the days, the saves for the days, and then you can go back to any of them and just start playing from there. If you remembered, like, you made a big decision there that altered the last 4 days or something, then you can go back there, make a different decision, and continue playing until the end. And that creates a fork in this save state tree, so to say. So now there's one line that's complete, and then the fifth last one, it creates a new save because you made a different choice, and then it continues from there. So that's a really cool system. And I think, like, if I can get the 2-part campaign in, then I think there is enough variation there to warrant a system like this. But nonetheless, it's a nice to have system. By default, I'll have a very standard save system where you can just save to, well, if you want to, you can turn on saving and then save scum if you want. I mean, I don't mind if people do that, but I'll of course not recommend it. Okay, rightio. I think this is pretty good. This is pretty good. So tomorrow, oh yeah, design. So I guess I can just start designing the campaign levels tomorrow or something. I don't need any more scheduling. This is pretty neat. This is pretty neato. Level graphics, save system. Yeah, so this is the standard save system. So programming terms, serialization of data plus temp menus, why not? Level graphics, nodes plus props. Yeah, so the nodes should look like some kind of hovering platforms, and then there should be some random props there. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, now I'm coming up with more graphics. That's not cool. I'd rather not. And I need to... like somewhere here. Somewhere here, maybe in the alpha, Maybe like here, if I feel like if I can get the dialogue system running in a few days, hopefully. Or I just write all the dialogue in a few days. Then here I could, or I should. So it's gonna be corruption effects for let's call them level characters. So not the portraits of the characters, but rather the... Oh, but the portraits need to... Damn. Hot. Darn. But it's still better than my initial idea, I guess. Yeah, if I can't think of anything else tomorrow, then I'll just have to go with it and bite the bullet. So here, let's write a comment. Two. Right, yes, because like, I'm not gonna go crazy with these. I mean, if this was a bigger team and there was a dedicated graphics artist, they could and they would make multiple expressions and different poses for this character, then we could kind of animate them when they are talking, change their expressions and stuff. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm afraid this 2 weeks is going to be... It's going to be tough for me. But I'm going to make it work. And if I just can't make it work, then I'm going to add in that extra week. And just use it here, probably. So F2. Extra week, yes. Maybe. That's about it. I'm happy with this schedule. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I'm pretty sure I can add in all the options in a week. That's easy. That's just programming. I mean, menu graphics. Oh, that's also a thing. Menu graphics. I'll keep them simple. That's it. There we go. Simple menus are better than ugly menus, so. And simple menus are easy to make okay looking, not ugly. One last thing. For build for patrons. And then here is beta build. On the Saturday, whatever, and that's release build. Yes, so patrons has a question mark. Not each, it's gonna go on each. And it's gonna cost real money. That's the plan. Yep. Yep. I'm cool. This is nice. This is nice. I have something to do for every week. I'm glad. I am glad. But I will confess that this is the first 2-month solo project for me ever. So I worked on longer projects in a team, and I worked on many shorter projects alone, but never this specific length of project alone. That's why it's so exciting to me, going going independent, trying this thing. Right, okay. Nothing else to say, really. If you're interested, do follow the devlog. It's in the description of the stream and the video. And you can also support me on Patreon if you really want to. That's the first time I've plugged Patreon. I do feel a bit sleazy. Farewell.